Today we're going to be doing number 4 of the income tax worksheet. So number 1, 2 and 3 videos are out and this is number 4. So the first question is, what does PAY stand for? So sometimes you will get acronyms and you need to know what they stand for. So in this case we're going to say pay as you earn. Okay. And then the next question is, calculate the annual tax after rebates on the annual salary taxable income of $556,000 if Tom is under 65 years old and does not contribute to a medical aid or pension fund. So in this case, we're going to be leaving out the medical aid part as well as the pension fund. So we're just going straight to working out our tax. So here we go straight to your tax table and you look for the salary, and the salary here is 556,000. So let's go up here and we can see that this is the tax bracket. So we're going to write this amount out. Okay, so here we're going to write out 115,762. So let's write that out. 115,762 plus 36% of the amount above 448,700, and that comes from this part here. It's the amount above that amount. So what we do is we subtract. We're going to go 556,000 subtract the 488,700, and then you punch that into your calculator, and here you're going to get 115,762 plus 36% of the remaining amount is 67,300. Or you can just calculate it all in one step. And then when you work out the final amount, it will work out to 139,990. So that is the amount that you will pay for tax for the year. Okay, then you have what we call, now because they've mentioned his age and he's under 65, you will then go back and you will subtract the rebate, which is 16,425. So 139,990. Here you subtract the rebate of 16,425, and we will end up with 123,565. Okay, so that is the amount of tax that you will pay per annum, and they're basically saying annual tax, which is per year. Okay, let's go on to 4.3. This question is slightly different from the previous ones. So here it says Harry earns the same taxable income as Tom. So this is Harry, and this amount here is talking about Tom's salary. Okay, so we're going to look at the following question. It says the following deductions are made for Harry. So the deductions is what comes off your salary slip. So basically you pay towards pension, you pay towards UIF, and your tax. That will be deducted off your pay slip or your salary advice. So pension is charged at 7.5% of the basic salary. So that means that you will leave out the allowances if you do have allowances. And UIF is 1% of the basic monthly salary, but the current maximum contribution which can be deducted is 177 Rand and 12 cents. That means that they cannot deduct more than 177 Rand and 12 cents. So for example, if your salary is 20,000 Rand for the month, 1% of 20,000 Rand would be 200 Rand. So therefore you can only be charged 177 Rand 12 cents and not 200 Rand. So let's go and have a look at the question. It says, a comment is made that Harry's net monthly salary is under 30,000. Justify by showing calculations if this is correct. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here, we will start with the pension part. So here they say pension is 7.5%. Okay, and because we're looking at monthly, we're going to have to change everything to monthly, because at the moment it is annual. So times, and the salary we were looking at is our previous one of 556,000, and we're going to take that amount and divide it by 12. Okay, so if you calculate 7.5% of 556,000, it works out to 41,700, and you will divide that by 12, and you end up with an amount of 3,475. So what this tells you is that each month a deduction of 3,475 Rand will be going towards your pension fund. Okay, then your monthly tax. So if it's the same as the previous one, which we have already worked out, so the tax was 123,565. We will then divide that by 12 to see how much you will be paying per month. And that works out to 10,297 Rand and 8 cents. Then your monthly salary, because you need to subtract your deductions. So because you're working out your net, and your net is equal to your income minus your expenses. So your salary, which is your income, is going to be, your monthly salary is going to be 556,000, and we're going to divide that by 12, and you end up with 46,333 Rand and 33 cents. So one of your deductions is going to be your UIF. So if we worked out our UIF, is basically 1%, and we can see that this is going to be more than 177. But anyway, we're showing our calculations. 46,333 Rand and 33 cents. And this would work out to, it will be 463 Rand and 33. And then what we state now, we're going to state, therefore, your UIF is obviously going to be 177 Rand and 12 cents, because you cannot be charged anything above this. It's basically capped at 177 Rand and 12 cents. Okay, let's look at the next part. We're looking at our net salary. So now we're coming to the final part of the question. So just remember, net salary is equal to your income here minus your deductions. So what will I get left with after my deductions? Okay, so here we're going to go income, which is 46,333 Rand and 33 cents. Subtract our pension, which is 3,475 Rand. Subtract your tax, which is 10,297 Rand and 8 cents. Subtract your UIF, which is 177 Rand and 12 cents. And you will end up with 32,384 Rand and 13 cents. So the question asks, a comment is made that Harry's net monthly salary is under 30,000. Justify by showing calculations if this is correct. So we can say therefore it's incorrect. Okay, because it actually is over 30,000. So incorrect. His salary or his net salary is above 30,000 Rand. Hope you found this video useful. Please like and subscribe and follow me in my next video.